Again, everybody, we welcome you into ESP Media coverage. It is OHSBVA's Match of the Week, Ohio High School Boys Volleyball here on ESP Media. As today we come to you from suburban Columbus. We are on the northeast side as the Gahanna Lincoln Lions play host to the DeSales Stallions. I'm Greg Waddell, very happy to have you with us here again, and joined by Coach Bill Eckhoff as we get set for a couple of teams out of the East region, ranked in the top 10, but a couple of very young teams that these schools have had quite a bit of success over the years, but both coaches dealing with some young, inexperienced, but yet athletic players on the court here tonight.
Yeah, right. Talking to both Coach Andy Feltz from DeSales and Mike Sage from Lincoln, from Gahanna Lincoln. Sorry, Mike. Both of them are starting sophomore centers. Now, for Lincoln, their challenge is kind of big because they had Elijah Sweet here for 3 years. We got to come up here and watch him, and they ran a 5-1 running all with him alone the last year he was here. So last 2 years he was here. So Elijah's a big guy to replace. So they're coming back here this year with they got running two setters, Preston Brown and Adam Shandell for Lincoln, and pretty nice young guys to see. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. And then also on the DeSales side is Zach Clark. Zach's the other sophomore. He's a libero on his JO team. And sometimes that switch from libero to setter is pretty easy because most of the time you expect those guys to have good hands. So looking forward to that part of the game.
And as these two teams come into play here today, DeSales comes in with a record of 2-3 on the season, but they haven't had a lot of action to play early on this year because the season started, then they had their school spring break, and being a Catholic school last week, they were out for Holy Week, what they call it, with the Catholic schools. So Andy Feltz didn't have a lot of time to work with his team in different situations. And as you were talking about some of these guys that haven't played a whole heck of a lot, they're still learning the game. And Andy thinks, maybe he's a week or two away from really knowing what his squad's going to be all about. But the same thing for Gahanna. I think when it's all said and done with, and when we are here in Columbus come late May, early June for the state championships, I think we'll be able to see both of these schools will have made a lot of progress from where we're at right now.
It's interesting, too. I was looking at DeSales' roster, and they got some tall kids on the team. Ian Cook, and then Caden Sanchez is 6'9". He's a D1 basketball player heading to High Point, North Carolina, and he's kind of making the transition back from basketball. He's also got two 6'5" guys in Luke Hippler and Eric Nickel out there. Hippler, also a big basketball player, looking to maybe play Division III. He's also looks like he's got a great serve going on with 40 aces or 24 aces and 40 kills. So looking forward to Andy's always got some great kids and develops them really well, and it's always been fun to come up here and see them play, as well as this is our second trip up here to see Gahanna Lincoln, and last year it was fun to watch Elijah Sweet. I'm looking forward to seeing who he's got to replace him and how this goes tonight.
And we should say, Coach Mike Sage told us Elijah Sweet playing club volleyball at Ohio University, so it's always good to know where some of the guys that we've watched in years past. And of course, with DeSales and head coach Andy Feltz, his son plays for St. Francis, but a couple of other recent grads last year, Trent Hobson, a name that we heard quite a bit of from the DeSales side, playing at Wittenberg. So you've got players that have gone on and got to continue their careers in different facets from both these schools. So it should be a lot of fun to watch the DeSales Stallions here tonight and the Gahanna Lincoln Lions. Lincoln comes in with a record of 6-7, and as mentioned, DeSales comes in with a record of 2-3. We're getting ready to go through the player intros, so we'll take a time out here, and we'll come back, and we will have the opener of what we hope is an outstanding match, the DeSales Stallions here at the Lincoln Lions. It's all coming up on ESP Media.
ESP Media and In-Game Sports, located in Cincinnati, Ohio, house the best special event promotions, game management, sales, and media productions in town. The Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown, the nation's longest-running high school football showcase, is one of our signature events. Also, we operate numerous high school athletic media programs in Greater Cincinnati. We can support your school and/or company with website and mobile app creation and operations, on-site audio and video production studios. We can tackle your project right here under one roof. Contact us today to put our team to work for you. Reach us at 513-655-4966. That's 513-655-4966. Or email us at sales@espmediasn.com. It's your event. We just produce it.
Oh, devour. Say my name. I'm talking to you, creamy white cheddar mac and cheese with bacon. Can you feel it? You like that, don't you? Oh, you taste so creamy. And the little sounds your crispy bacon makes drive me crazy. You naughty little...
Did you just spank your lunch?
Yes.
Nice.
Food you want a fork. Introducing Devour.
Mom, I just saved a lot of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
I should take a closer look at Geico.
You know Geico can help you save money on your homeowner's insurance too?
Great. Geico can help insure a mountain chalet.
How long have we been sawing this log? 114 years.
Man, I thought my arm would be a lot more jacked by now.
I'm not even sure this is real wood.
There's no butter in this churn.
Do my tries look okay?
Take a closer look at Geico. Great savings and a whole lot more.
Back here at Gahanna Lincoln High School. We are northeast side of Columbus as we are ready for OHSBVA on ESP Media, our match of the week. The Gahanna Lincoln Lions come in with a record of 6-7. DeSales comes in with a record of 2-3. And as we were going through the player introductions, I think, Bill, I was kind of looking at you. Do we have the right names and numbers combined?
You know, I'm hoping we do, and I guess I'll go check with my friend Alexis at the from Gahanna Lincoln at the scorers table. She was very helpful here earlier to get things started. So we'll go quick. Lincoln's got the, we'll start with the serve. They have number 9 is Derek Sally. Number 11, we have Ryan Hawkins. Number 8 is Mason Millen. Number 6 is the captain. That's Russell Burke. Number 1 is Matthew Skurlock. And let's see, number 7, the other setter in that rotation is Adam Shandol. And the libero is number 13. He's the guy who gets to wear the different jersey, Logan McDonald. Starting for the St. Francis de Sales Stallions is the libero. Number 12 is Ian Cook. Number 15 is Luke Hippler. Michael Brown is number 1. Caden Sanchez is number 12. Number 16, Max Friedman, is the captain. Number 5, Eric Nickel is the middle. And number 4 is Zach Clark is the sophomore setter.
And it will be home team Gahanna getting ready to serve first. And
so Sally's back to serve. Pass goes deep. Coming back to the right side. Nice swing to the corner. Buried that one. That was number 15. That was Luke Hippler. These guys switched jerseys on us from the original.
Yeah, and that's
Andy was telling us that beforehand. So Luke Hippler's got 40 kills, so opens up with a quick one. Going back for a jump serve here. Ball goes to the libero. Nicely handled by McDonald. Back set over. Tip by Hawkins. Zach Clark tried to dig that ball out of the net. He did all the things you expect to do: stop, drop, get down low, and just try and pop that ball out. So a nice job for him. Number 13, Caden Sanchez, is the 6'9" opposite out there, and he is a big 6'9".
He is a big kid.
Going across, swing just off. It was Luke Hippler on, no, it was number 16, Max Freeman on that swing.
Lincoln up the early, going here 2-1 with the serve.
Freeman with that one. Going back outside to him. Swings, takes that one off the outside hands of number 9, Derek Sally.
Mason Milan out there as well for Gahanna here as the serve back over to DeSales. And all even here 2-2.
Ian Cook back to serve for DeSales. Nice blocks up there by number 5, Eric Nickel. Eric just subbed into the game on the middle libero switch. Got 2 blocks on that run.
He's at 6'5" as well, so it's pretty good height out there for him.
I'll tell you what, those guys all must be tall because he looks short out there.
He really does, and he's 6'5". He's standing right next right now to Caden Sanchez at 6'9". So.
Ian Cook with the ace.
So the sales now 4-2.
Serves that one deeper. Going through the middle, gets the nice touch off the hands, and that was number 1, Matthew Skurlock with that swing. Nice set.
We're going to see a lot of raw volleyball out here tonight, I think. A lot of these guys, both coaches telling us before the game that a lot of these guys not really learning the intricacies just yet. It's just a bit long. But
Mason Millen with that serve. Got a sub over there for Lincoln. We got number 14 into the game. That's Shane Solopek, and number 3, Preston Brown. Back
5-3 to sales up here in the early going.
Mitchell Liston back to serve. He's a right side defender. And swing comes up short into the net. Liston back for a second serve. Goes deep, handled by Sally. Nice swing, put a double block up there again. That front line up there with Zach Freeman and Eric Nickel doing a nice job.
Sales extend their lead to 7-3 here in the first set.
Got the nice set back, good try. Nice tip across the net. Good job staying home by nickel.
String Luke Kipler with the spike from the back row. 8-3 to Sales.
Preston Brown, the setter in this rotation for Lincoln. Nice pass right on his hands. Good swing, nice up. Great swing from the outside by Lincoln, by Matthew Skurlock. Ian Cook was able to get an arm on it, but just wasn't able to keep it going forward.
Gahanna gets the serve, or Lincoln gets the serve back now, 8-4. The Sales in the lead.
Russell Burke with a nice jump serve, gets the ace, splits that right down the sand volleyball hubby wife, puts that thing right between, I guess that's Hippler and see if he comes back and goes to that same zone. Bring it the other side.
Sometimes.
Ian Cook managed to get his arms on that thing, but shot it just wide. I think there was a little bit of hesitation in everybody's. We couldn't really see the line judge or the hands there to see where that was going. So Lions back got this back to 8-6-8. Got a good serve going back here. Takes it line and got a touch and put it down.
Big serve. Max Freeman trying to get the hands up on that one, but blew right on by.
Russell Burke, nice job taking that one deep.
Back to within one for Lincoln.
Good, came back short. Nice job kicking that ball up. Somehow they got that ball over. Nice job by Freeman. Going back to the outside, got a touch on the block. Set back outside, cross big dig by McDonald. Swing out of the back row, covered by Hippler. Hippler's taking the swing, nicely covered by McDonald. Exit. Good job, nice job on the defense all the way around. Nice joust at the net. Nice job not letting it fall, pushing outside, going to get a free ball over. Covered by Cook. Going back for the middle swing. Great dig to protect your serve back there.
Great point.
Nice point. Russell Burke made a great dig to protect his serve back there, going back across the right. And tied at 8, and Coach Andy Phelps is going to take a timeout.
And we'll keep it right here and get you set for this first set. That was maybe one of the better points we've seen all year. Haven't had a lot just since our third weekend of games. By the way, next weekend we will be in the Dayton area as Clayton Northmont will take on Centerville. Always a little new era in Centerville.
Right.
What they will be going.
Coach Corey Burge, his first year over there. We saw a tournament. They always run a big tournament down there for both the varsity and JV squads. Usually bring in 16 of the best teams in the state. And Corey ran his first one with the JV 2 weeks ago and ran a great tournament. And I think it's next Saturday is the varsity one. So if you're anywhere in the area, come out and see that. You're going to see some great volleyball at Centerville High School.
We also want to pass along our best to Evan Kuhlman from Lakota East High School. Understand he suffered an injury that probably has ended his senior season, and you hate to see anything like that happen.
We got to see Evan in week number 2, and Evan was a great middle, big, strong middle there. So, all right, we're coming right back out of the timeout. Big jump serve. Nice hands coming out of there by Preston Brown. Again, the defense is picking up. That one got up in the light off of Mitchell Liston, and Zach Clark had to bounce back to try and get that, made the dive, couldn't get there. So nice job coming out of that timeout by Lincoln. Russell Burke still holding that serve.
5-point run now for Lincoln to take their first lead here at 9-8.
That one they picked up. Going to take that on as a free ball. Nice job of Libero picking that one up. Going to the middle and off his outside hand. He had a double block up there, and he went the right way over the shorter Clark.
Nice run here for Lincoln.
Matthew Skurlock with that swing. Hippler tries to fight that one off, switching up, nice touch. There we go. The ball was a little bit out of system there. Eric Nickel had to take that ball as a setter, put up a nice set, and got the kill right away. So that gets DeSales out of that rotation. Late decision by McDonald's on that pass, but he did a great job with it. And nice tip over there. Was all of a sudden struggling with the number there. That's number 9. It was Derek Sally up there. Nice decision going with the tip. Completely caught DeSales off. McDonald back to serve for Lincoln. Coming outside, big swing outside by Eric Nickel. Plays it off the outside hands. Gets the tool. Into the game comes number 2, Tanner Baldwin, to play defense and serve for Nickel. And back into the game is Michael Brown. Set out to the outside. Hippler back up in that front row. Gets the high hands off of Ryan Hawkins, and just got a nice ball there. Hawkins is there. He just got, that swing was so high. Swing just wide by Tanner Baldwin. Coming back in the game is Ian Cook. Back to serve for Lincoln is Shane Salopek. Shane's one of the 2 seniors on the squad. Hippler did a nice job of just throwing that ball off the hands and then staying out of the net. So well done there. Looks like we got subs on both sides. Number 13, Camden Sanchez, is going in. Caden Sanchez. And back in the game for Lincoln. Can't see it. He's got great hair, though.
That'd be Mason Milan.
Mason Milan, number 6.
I got number 8.
Number 8, Mason Milan. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I can see the front of the jersey now.
The back of the jersey, maybe not too much. The hair.
There's a lot of volleyballs with great hair. Back to serve.
We call it flow.
Nice serve, taking that deep. A lot of pursuit there, and to kind of keep that ball in play, just couldn't get it. So it puts up Lincoln up 14-12.
Zach Clark coming right at you on the camera there. Trying his best to get that one back over, but Lincoln with the lead now.
Serve comes up short. Lincoln got back in this game largely on their ability to serve. So into the game is number 88, Mitchell Osman. Mitchell had a brother that played here, I think, last year. Nice high swing out there by Ryan Hawkins. It's good defense back there by Hippler. He's stayed deep on that back line, usually teaching those middles to stay way deep, looking for the ball off of blocks. And if they do that, most of the time good things happen. Hippler with the jump serve really cuts that ball across court and drops that right on the line.
Line judge right there, also right out in front of Lincoln coach Mike Sage watching that.
He's smiling too. How did he get that there? Nice job on the top spin on that.
Boy, Hippler had 24 aces coming in, so we see how he does.
And then he gets a swing out of, takes a swing out of the back row.
Gets his own point.
Nice job. Preston Brown for Lincoln did a nice job getting that ball back over the net. That was a hot ball coming off the dig, and it looks like Coach Mike Sage is going to take his first time out here with his team down 16-14.
And we'll take a break right here on ESP Media.
Hi, I'm the internet.
You've got mail.
What do you think I'd look like? Wiring. Oh, I love stuff. Give me more stuff. We're no strangers to love. I love that. Hey, I know a bunch of people who'd like that. Who is that?
The internet loves what you're doing. So build a site in under an hour at GoDaddy.
We are back here in Gahanna at Lincoln High School as the Lincoln Lions playing host to the DeSales Stallions. A couple of suburban Columbus squads at it. DeSales right now back in the lead 16-14, so a little back and forth here in this first set.
Luke Hippler back to serve. He's had a couple of really nice serves here. He's gone short. He's gone real strong cross court and hit the pin. Looks like we're doing a little bit of a lineup check here. Make sure everybody's in the right spot.
Looking over here at us. We didn't do anything, did we?
I think they're just looking down at the bench to see what the numbers. I told
paranoid.
you that's R2 there running the floor is Mike Clark. I told him before the game we wouldn't do anything that caused him any trouble. So
he had that look. I was just a little paranoid. He had that look at us. Looks like we got everything squared away.
Hippler comes right back. Nice job by McDonald putting that ball up. And got the swing off there by Mason Milan. Goes hard cross.
Gets the serve back over to the Lincoln side as the Lions down a point at 16-15.
And this time Ryan Hawkins is going to serve from the left side of the court. Move over a little bit. Got a little quiet there. Coach is having a little conversation with the up ref. Nice flat serve handled out there by Freeman. And the big guy, number 13, Caden Sanchez, pushes that ball in. Back to serve is Ian Cook. Nice pass up, going back to the right side. Nice swing again. Millen's done a really nice job out there on each time he's got the ball. That time he came way across and got the touch, got the soft block, and like so often happens, you get that kill and back to serve. He really takes an aggressive run at it too. Nice set, getting that ball up. All three of these setters are doing these sophomore setters are doing a nice job today.
And both coaches told us too that those are the guys that are learning to play. You can see some of the natural abilities that they have on both sides. 18-16. DeSales up, get some more conversations.
Mitchell Liston back to serve. Guy takes a sideways step there. Rolls that back to the deep corner, nicely handled again. Great set back. Gets a soft touch, doesn't keep it on. Hippler taking the slide run out there, does a nice job getting that in. Goes Hippler takes that swing, got the double up there, got the touch, but McDonald was staying deep. Those swings had been right back corner. He did a nice job scrambling in there, but just could not get his hands on there before it hit the floor. So DeSales takes a 19-16 lead. Going back right at McDonald. Nice set up the front, going outside. Big swing. And I don't know that one did not cross the net. So swing was a little short there. 2016 DeSales. Doing a nice job of moving their set around, their serve around. Picked that one up, took it to the ceiling. Hippler took that one deep. Then Clark throws that over. Coming outside. Solopek with that swing, just couldn't get it over the net there. Preston Brown doing a decent job back there setting the ball. He's getting it into his hitters. Just got to finish some. With that, Mike Sage is going to take a timeout down 21-16.
And we'll be back with the finale here of set number 1 on ESP Media.
You don't just arrive in Ireland. You jump in, feet first, right in amongst it all. From the minute you're here, you're one of us. Living in the moment, or in the now, as we like to say. You never know quite what to expect when you're in the now. But one thing's for sure. We'll show you wonderful places and things you won't find anywhere else in the world. And when the fun's finally all over, you'll feel like you're leaving home to go home.
Now that FedEx has helped us simplify our e-commerce, we can focus on bigger issues, like our passive-aggressive environment.
We're not passive-aggressive.
Hey. There are no bad suggestions here, no matter how lame they are.
Well said, Anne. I've always admired how you just say what's in your head without thinking. Very brave.
Good point, Ted. You're living proof that looks aren't everything.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So, FedEx helps simplify our e-commerce business, and this is not a passive-aggressive environment.
I just want to say you guys are doing a great job.
What's that supposed to mean?
FedEx, helping small business simplify e-commerce.
And Liston with that serve. And Eric Nickel up there, he's big. He's big getting his hands there. He's just been a couple of times he's been tooled a little bit. He gets pushed that hand over the net a little bit more, and yeah, he's got it. 6'5" junior middle.
Serve.
Nice serve. That one gets up in the ceiling off of the Hippler pass. This is the rotation that Lincoln scored all those points in earlier with Russell Burke back. They had a tough time trying to get past his serve. That time Hippler handles that one much better, but it slides through Zach Clark's hands.
A nice dig for Hippler, but unfortunately for DeSales, he can't return it over, and now within two, Lincoln here on the home floor.
Another one, drive driven up in the ceiling, tip, nice pick up on the back row. Coming outside, roll shot picked up by Mitchell Liston. Nice job by Ian Clark covering that ball, going back through the middle. Nice block coverage. Good decision to slide that back. Nice job on the net by DeSales keeping that ball in play. Tough ball to get back over by Clark. Nicely done. Takes the swing out of the back row. Just long on that one. DeSales got out of that with only 2 serves on there, so nicely done by DeSales getting out of that. That one gave up 6 earlier. Nice joust at the net. Looks like Lincoln just got a lift on there on that second touch.
So DeSales now within 2 points here in set number 1 to try and claim this first set.
Max Freeman back. Net music puts that one in. Nice. Lincoln ran a little different swing there, and got that nice swing by Eric Nickel. He just couldn't cut that down, couldn't cut that tight enough to get it just inside. So side out puts us at 23-20. Charles up with McDonald serving. Nice job by Freeman digging that ball out on the pass. Big swing coming long cross court, hitting that deep corner. That was number 9, Derek Sally. Nobody plays defense in that corner. If you can get around the block, you're going to score a lot. So we're at 23-21 on McDonald's serve. Both these teams have done a nice job keep staying in the competition. That line drive serve goes right through Ian Cook's hands. And that one went out to visit the line. So Coach Andy Feltz takes timeout number 2.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here as well. It's pretty much going the way that we expected, tight and right down. It's going back and forth as the Lincoln Lions on the home floor have gotten back to within 1, trailing at 23-22. And coming up here in between the first and second set, we'll kind of run down how things look through the, 4 weeks, about a month into the season now, through April 16th. The regional polls, we'll take a look at those coming up here as the end of this week starting to wind down. About the halfway point now, as we are, of course, working our way to finally and eventually get ourselves into a Capital University for a 3rd straight year in the championship weekend of the Ohio High School Boys Volleyball Association.
Looking forward to that, and that weekend's coming up on us fast. In the past, that's always been Memorial Day weekend. We slid it back a week this year, so it's first week in June. Back to serve is McDonald, down 1. Nice set out to Hippler, and Hippler comes up a little bit short on that. Nice job being there was Shane Cello. Salabek back with this block. So we're all tied up at 23.
How about that?
Nice run.
It's been good runs both ways.
Hippler handles that one, going back out to Hippler. Had to take that with his left hand that time and goes just wide. So that puts Lincoln up 24-23. We're talking to, we're going to have a substitution here. Going to put back in the game goes Michael Brown. Oh, they called that one in. I take that back. A nice job putting that in. Setting back to the middle row. Nice roll shot. Nice roll shot out of the back row by Lincoln to tie this back up. DeSales, he has all their passers pushed way up. Whew, screaming over the net. Nice job by Hippler getting that ball. And tried to get a touch there over the net by Max Freeman, just came up short. And with Lincoln back to serve. And that one came right into our broadcast booth there, went wide. Ties that back up at 25, and back into the game is Caden Sanchez, as well as Milan and I guess it's Adam Shandul's back in. Shandul with the set, comes wide. Nice swing. Going back to the big guy, he tips it. Cam McDonald picks that one back up. Goes a roll shot in the middle, nicely covered. And that one got into the antenna on Zach Clark trying to get that ball out. That puts Lincoln up 26-25. Got a little bit of excitement here in the late set. Nice serve, well handled. Hippler comes inside, got a block on there by Ryan Hawkins, and could not get that last ball pushed over off the dig. Tied at 26. Hippler back to serve.
I think it's at 3 set points.
Back into the game is Mitchell Osment. Russell picks that one up. Nice pass coming across. Little adjustment on the set. Has to tip that one in. Going to come down the middle. Big high blocks up. McDonald tries to get his hands up there, and it goes through and goes deep. So that puts St. Francis up 27-26. Hippler back for his second serve in this rotation. That was interesting out there. Mason Milan ran out to the sideline, and then as that serve was coming, ran right back down the net really close. So I don't know if he was looking for a ball on the tip or if he was just running a little gamesmanship there, but either way, pretty good. Tied at 27 here. Ryan Hawkins with the serve. Clark goes back. Nice roll, nice shot to the corner. Oh, man, nice job. That was a great play by Milan to get that in. Nice block, got his own block coverage there. Pushing it out. Good job.
Freeman gets a point.
Freeman. Nice job. We were talking to Coach Mike Sage early before the game, and he was talking about, you know, the challenge with younger players is kind of teaching them and helping them learn how to win. And his kids are really going back and forth. Both teams aren't letting anybody get away with this here. Nice battle going on. McDonald handles that one. Goes up the triple block, but nice one-handed move there by Sanchez. Great dig coming out of that. Hippler has to check up on his swing. McDonald goes and picks that one up. Nice back set decision. Goes for the tip. Covered. Nice decision going over one hand on that. Big swing and just long. That puts up St. Francis DeSales takes that one 29-27. Nice battle. Both coaches kind of smiling and laughing as they're walking past each other there.
We went back and forth all the way through. It's pretty good long rallies, and DeSales perseveres 29-27. They lead it 1-0. We'll take a timeout, and we'll have the regional polls as well as the second set when we return on ESP Media.
Are you looking to produce your own podcast? ESP Media has state-of-the-art audio and video production studios available for you. Our studio rental rates are the most competitive in town. Contact us today at sales@espmediasn.com or 513-655-4966. That's 513-655-4966. It's your podcast. We just produce it.
We welcome you back into Lincoln High School. We are in the Columbus suburb of Gahanna, and an outstanding first set here tonight as the visiting DeSales Stallions come away with a 29-27 win in that first set. And while we have a chance here between set one and set two, we'll take a look at the regional polls from the Ohio High School Boys Volleyball Association as of the 16th of the month of April. You see on the screen there, Darby here in the Columbus area in the East region. They are out in front, and Westerville South coming in at number 2. Olentangy 3, Hilliard Davidson 4, St. Charles 5, then DeSales, St. Francis DeSales, who just won that first set here, and at number 6, you got Dublin Scioto number 7, Olentangy Liberty in at number 8, Gahanna Lincoln, who we're watching here tonight, and at number 9, Pick Central, and at number 10 in the East region. To the north, you can see it there, up in the Cleveland area, St. Ignatius. You got Hoban, Monroe Falls. You got Walsh Jesuit in there at number 4, St. Edwards coming in at 5. You got Jackson 6, Brecksville Broadview Heights in at number 7, Brunswick 8, Kent Roosevelt in at number 9, and Villa Angela St. Joseph in at number 10. To the south region, out of the Cincinnati area, St. X, St. Xavier Bombers 1, Moeller number 2, Elder, LaSalle, Archbishop McNicken at number 5, Fairfield, Oak Hills, Princeton, Mason, Milford, writing out your top 10. And out of the West region, it'll be Northmont, who we will see next week, visiting Centerville. Northmont 1, Beaver Creek 2, Lakota East, number 3, Archbishop Alder 4, Centerville, who will play host next week on ESP Media, number 5. And then Bishop Fenwick, D2 school in at number 6, Carroll, Chaminade Julienne, Kettering Fairmont, and Middletown, rounding out your top 10 out of the West region, all again through April the 16th. As we get ready for set number 2, the DeSales Stallions winning that first set, Bill Eckhoff by a 29-27 margin, and that's a couple of runs both ways. Both teams had a lead of 3 or 4 points and saw a rally by the opposition, and goes DeSales' way in the end.
You know, I was really impressed for 2 young teams, really nobody willing to back down in that, from 22 on kind of thing. And it's so easy for, one play to go against your 2 and then kind of check things up. And both teams battled out and made really great, really strong plays to end that set. So well done by these young kids out here.
Got to thank as well both head coaches, Andy Phelps from DeSales and Mike Sage from Lincoln, providing us with some of the fun little facts about their young men and some of the things that we can look for and talk a little bit about. I know we're looking up Russell Burke right now, one of the homestanding Lincoln players.
Russell had that great run early in the set there, and one of the interesting facts about him is he enjoys studying hard in class.
Do you believe that?
I'm telling you, he's saying the right thing, so we're going to put him on.
We're
going to give him credit for that.
Absolutely.
So, Mom and Dad, Russell is studying hard.
I believe him for what it's worth.
All right, back to serve for Lincoln is Ryan Hawkins.
All right, and away we go.
Ryan with that hard float serve. Nice back set. Hippler comes over the top. Hippler with that swing right over the top of the block there. Was Adam Shandul was there for playing right back defense as the setter there, just couldn't get his hands on that ball. Hippler curves that one in. McDonald's doing a nice job on that. Great set again by Shandul, picking that up, running a quick ball through the middle. Picked up outside by Freeman, and we got somebody hanging in the net there pretty close. I think that was number 8, Mason Milan in there.
Actually, 2-1 right now. DeSales has the lead.
Oh, there we go. Got that.
Yeah.
Nice shift here on the back in the back serve receive between Libero. Whoop, tried to go with one hand. He overran that ball. Not bad, but just a little bit flat, and he got called for the lift on that. So Adam ran past it a little bit.
Mike Sage arguing now. And look, I'm gonna ask you as somebody watching and you being the coach. It looked like he tried to kind of put the fingers into a cup and push it up, and didn't have it really rest in his hand.
Yeah, and he did the right thing, but I'm guessing it it looked like it was in there a little bit long by our R1 there. And he's having a little talk with Mike Chandler about things. So.
And I'm going to guess that's what Mike Sage is asking the same thing that I was wondering.
What did he do there? What was the problem with that?
So we see the.
And as a coach, you really never win those.
Yeah, but you do. You might not win right there, but maybe down the road you might win a point later.
And sometimes you get maybe a little bit better understanding of what's going on there.
We're going to hang with the call.
So, yeah.
You're right.
So,
or did they?
I think I'm looking for the two.
He's
doing the two thumbs for a replay point. Yeah. So, nice job, good officiating there. Make the adjustment. And I've seen the first couple of matches we've done. We've seen officials really handle controversial situations really well. And I saw one last night in Cincinnati where there was some craziness on the very first serve of the game, and the referees elected just to restart it. And I thought that was a good decision. Show some leadership control early. Oh, that almost fell, and Skurlock had to jump in and get that. Nice swing on the overpass by Sanchez. Pass into the net, puts the Lions up 3-2.
Watch this serve. You got a pretty good view of Mason Milan here for Gahanna. He'll come flying into your picture. He's outside of the camera frame right now. Well, you'll see him. What are they doing?
Another conversation here. Not sure.
Max Freeman for DeSales over talking to the up ref right now. I think they're thinking that maybe Gahanna had 3 hits, or Lincoln had 4 hits. Yeah.
That. Yeah. So down ref Mike Chandler had caught the 4 hits there and getting that reset. So he's counting it out to the coaches. He's counting out all to the players and coaches, and Adam. He's doing a nice job saying, no, that wasn't me. I really wasn't involved in that touch. So
see some changes coming in for Lincoln as well as
got number 14 Shane Salapak is back in, as well as Preston Brown. Brown the setter. Nice pass up to him, coming back out to the right side. Big swing down the line and nailed it. Nice swing.
Head coach Mike Sage right there in your camera frame. Said he'd get out of our way. Did you hear him say that?
Yeah. Russell Burke back to serve. Yeah, he was. Mike was telling us before the game his players all like to stand in our camera shot. You can just see the end of them. If they were standing, we'd have really good shots to the back of their heads. Yeah, that time Russell Burke comes up a little bit short. He spearheaded that big run in that first set.
5-3 now. The Stallions up in the lead.
Liston comes into the game for the Stallions. Out goes Sanchez. Liston's back there to serve. McDonald drops back to pick that one up. They sit outside. Has a little bit of a stutter step by Matthew Skurlock and comes in with a nice controlled swing, gets it off the outside block. Back in the game is Ryan Hawkins to come into the middle, and McDonald will go back and serve. Going after Cook's hands. Nice job with Cook handling that one. Hippler swings, and he is long by about 4 inches on that one. They like to get Hippler the ball out of the back row. He's had some pretty good swings back there. Tried to set that one way short, but nice job by Nickel to keep that ball in play. Going back outside to Freeman. Nice athletic play there by Ryan Hawkins, kind of getting a touch on that ball above the net and getting it over.
Scoreboard has 6-4 here, so we'll keep an eye and make sure that is the Lincoln league.
We did have that one replay, and that usually screws me up pretty good. Burke goes back and shanks that one outside. Nice pursuit over there by Shane Salopek. Max Freeman back to serve, down 1. Puts that floater in there. Nicely handled, coming through the middle. Set was pretty short, did a nice job getting it, and then got the overpass back down. Nice job by Ryan Hawkins. Got 2 swings in there and got the keel back in the back right corner. Shane Salopek with that serve. Nice job getting blown up by Campbell. Oops. Nickel had a nice touch on that and then ended up drifting into the net a little bit.
His finger caught the net coming down. That gives Gahanna now a 3-point lead at 8-5, or I should say Lincoln.
Shane Salopek back to serve. Hippler steps in and grabs that one. That one's going back to Hippler. He takes a nice high swing, but Campbell standing there waiting for it. Back into the middle, and nice swing by Ryan Hawkins. Ryan Hawkins has caught fire here. Eric Nichols there each time with his hands up. He's just not getting enough press on him to get that ball back. Oof. I can't believe he got that ball up. Just long. Ian Cook tried to take that with his hands as he was falling and got it up clean, but man, tough play. So Lions are on a great run here, go up 10-5.
And Lincoln with the lead. We'll take a timeout as it's 10-5 on ESP Media.
Do you feel that? That's the feeling of awe. And the sense of calm as it washes over you, leaving you to just sit back and enjoy. Let all your travel worries drift away thanks to 24/7 help with the Travelocity Customer First Guarantee. Travelocity. Wander wisely.
With Bill Eckhoff, Greg Waddell back here at Lincoln High School in Gahanna. And the Lincoln Lions on the home floor leading 10-5 over DeSales. But the DeSales Stallions winners of the first set. We're in set number 2.
Well, Ryan Hawkins up there is having a really good second set here. And Elijah Sweet was the one who brought him to volleyball. So Elijah, not only a good player, decent recruiter too, from what we see. Nice lift to the corner, goes just long on that swing. Eric Nickel rolls that back into our neck of the woods. So coming, handled by Campbell, going outside. Hippler tries to cut that one back and just off.
Just a little bit back behind him and not able to fend that one off. And the run continues for Lincoln, now up 12-5. There.
Yeah, nice dig. Picked up there by Burke. Another, just long. I was going to say that was a nice swing down the line by Derek Sally.
They didn't miss by much, but Sales finally gets the serve back. A nice run, though, for Lincoln. It's their biggest lead of the night.
Milan back in, as well as Adam Shandul. Adam's the second setter in this rotation. Also a sophomore. Nice pop. Makes it a little easier for that sophomore setter. Tight in the net. And it was DeSales slides into the net a little bit on that block. Again, Hawkins doing a nice job on a fairly tight set with 2 big blocks in there. Usually call that getting set in jail. He did a nice job handling that one. A little confusion back there on the DeSales side. Milan swings into that. Somebody was all over the net. I think maybe both of them were in the net there, right?
Oh, the ball caught the tape though too.
Yeah.
Going over.
Yeah, maybe I just imagined those hands in there. At any rate, swing goes wide, and Lions are up 14-6 on a big roll here. Was Derek Solly goes a little wide with that one on the serve.
A little bending like Beckham on that one.
Yeah, these balls are pretty fun to serve.
Yeah,
and
you
you can
talked
make
about
them
that.
spin, and you can make them cut pretty nicely. Mitchell Osmond back in to pass for the Lions. Nice job handling that one by Burke, going back out to him. Takes a big swing down the line, and that time he plants it. Nice swing. Back to serve is Ryan Hawkins. Hawkins with a 15-7 lead at this point. We got Hippler, Cook back. Hippler, Cook, and Freeman back. Freeman takes that pass. Sets up. Hippler has to make a move. Nice job getting that ball over. Decent defense there by Shandul. Nice roll to the back line. Covering that by Osmond. Overpass, and it gets pinned in there. There's Michael Brown on this with that push through the block. Michael looks very short up there, but he's probably 6'2". Those are some big guys around him, and Michael seems to have some pretty good hops there. All right, into the game is Tanner Baldwin to serve. He's going to take the place of Luke Hippler's back row. Burke picks that one up. Nice reach. Tell you what, Matthew Skurlock did a great job with that. That set wasn't anywhere where he thought it was going to be. A lot of times kids will take and make a wild swing on that. He just curled that ball back to the deep corner.
He used every bit of reach that he had too.
He was way up and reached way back for that. Hippler coming back in to pass for Tanner Baldwin. Back here to serve is Mason Millen. And he buries that one in the net. Got the double sub coming in. In comes Shane Salopek as well as Preston Brown.
Talk about Skurlock making that play a couple points ago. Looking down at his fact sheet, wears a size 14 shoe. So we wonder how tall he is. You at least know what's holding him up. A size 14 on the hip.
Nice back set. Tell you what, that was a crazy. Did a nice job swinging hard into that block, but it came down and bounced off his back on the way out. You don't see that a lot of times. He was ducking to get out of the way, but
bad luck for Russell Burke.
Yeah, good catch. Shanks that one off. Nicely picked up by Salopek, coming out his way. Nice hard swing cross court. Well, I'll tell you what, Max Freeman really drove that thing hard cross and was able to drive it in. That's an impressive swing.
You can't see it on the camera view, but the line judge is a Gahanna or a Lincoln student. He's getting a little ribbing from his boys on his side on that one. He's like, it was down. I'm telling you, he was pointing right to it.
Nice cover by Brown off of that. Another nice swing by Burke coming off that outside swing. Comes cross. Burke coming back to serve. Bozeman out, and back is Derek Sally. Burke drives that one down, and Hippler does a nice job of pulling his arms out there. He had reached out for it and got out of the way.
He's got a good reach too, so he had to. Yeah. He had a good reaction time to get out of the way of that one.
Mitchell Liston back to serve for the Stallions. Down 17-11. Rolls that one in. Burke handles that one, coming back out. Nice swing off the high hands by Skurlock. Gets that ball on, drives that ball way back into the stands almost. The Lincoln cheering section over there, all glad to get a ball. McDonald back to serve. Nice job popping that one up. Hippler's going to swing from the back row, and right there again is Ryan Hawkins. Stayed camped on that back row swing, and Hippler's been pretty aggressive on that. Ryan was right there on lined right up with the swing. Did a nice job with that. McDonald changed up his serving style there. Nice job rolling that one back over by Clark. Tried to run a slide back there. Ball's bouncing off of everybody's arms, heads, and we're still keeping it up. A couple of nice jousts, and there Eric Nickel puts that ball in. Eric, I think, needed to get a ball in there. He struggled a little bit in that second set. Get him back on a roll there.
He's leading the team in blocks coming in.
He's got a lot of nice touches on the ball for sure. Got his hands up there again. He's just on that. He's just not getting his arms pressed forward enough. When I said you're usually trying to push your hands over that net, and when your hands are at your head or behind, a lot of times that ball's going to bounce off of it and head out of bounds, or you're going to get tooled. Hippler, nice job. Nice job by Nichols tipping that ball. Burke going to take a swing from the back row. Nice job staying deep was Max Freeman. Oh. And Freeman comes up and drills that one out of the back row.
Well, we seem to be pretty aggressive off that back row.
Yeah, I like that.
Both Hippler and Freeman for DeSales as they get the game to within 6 at 20-14, Lincoln in the lead.
Shandel back in. He's coming. Another nice pass. Run for a quick one up there, and Milan's takes 2 of them. A little different, running your right side into the middle. Give a different look. Nice roll shot. A lot of confusion over there, but they did a nice job. Nice job getting that ball over. And there was the 4 count. This time it was on the DeSales Stallions.
I give Mason a lot of credit there. He was the one who was counting along with him, along with Mike Sage, the coach.
He might have been the one to tip Mike off there on that one. Never know. All right, Adam, back to Derek Sally with that serve down the line. Nice job, forces a free ball back over. See where they go with it, outside to Burke, and Burke just wide with that swing, no touch. They're looking for one, but their home time line judges weren't helping them with that either. Back in the game comes the 6'9" Caden Sanchez. Back to serve is Zach Clark. Clark floats that one in there. McDonald handles that. Gets up towards the light, but nice swing. Brian Hawkins, nice swing. Just outside the block. Didn't crush it, just controlled it. Well done. Hawkins is going to go back and serve at 22-15 for the Lions.
Sales up 1 set to none, so the Lincoln Lions trying to tie this match up.
Gets one off the...
He's got everything going his way right now.
Ian Cook dove forward, got the one-arm fisty out there to get it up the net, but didn't quite clear. Came short to him, drives another one right at that time. Campbell's up on it. And Zach Clark had a little trouble with that set.
Set point.
All right. So, and he gets the ace going right through. So that puts the Lions up 25-15. Completely different set. Lions got up early and never let them out. So nice job for changing things up and keeping control for the Lions.
We're 2 sets in, tied up 1-1. We'll take a break here. We'll come back. We'll take a look at the state polls out of the OHSBVA and have the 3rd set when we return. We're tied 1 set apiece as the Lincoln Lions hosting the DeSales Stallions on ESP Media.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh,
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. Switch and play. Nintendo Switch. Rated everyone 10 and up.
Greg Waddell and Bill Eckhoff back here in Gahanna, just outside of downtown Columbus, as the Gahanna Lincoln Lions and the St. Francis DeSales Stallions all tied 1 set apiece. We took a look a little bit earlier in the broadcast, the regional polls. Now the state polls here for you. First off in the Division I side of things.
I think we got the wrong poll up here on the screen. I think that's probably the central.
That looks like the regionals, yeah.
Regional. So this would be the central region. That's Darby, Westerville South, Olentangy, Davidson, St. Charles 5, DeSales 6, Scioto 7, Liberty 8, Lincoln 9, and number 10.
Pick Central.
Pick Central.
Yeah, that was the East region. We talked a little bit about that right in between set 1 and 2. The state polls, we can tell you what they are as we are through, about a month of this season. The St. Xavier Bombers right now, Division I, they are the #1 team in the state right now. In fact, the top 3 teams all come out of the South region. St. X, Moeller, and Elder are 1, 2, and 3. And then out of this East region, Hilliard Darby, #4. Cleveland area, St. Ignatius is #5. And then Westerville South, Beaver Creek, Lakota East, Northmont, and Olentangy, they are 6 through 10.
All right, and for Division II, we have Archbishop Alter, the 3-time defending state champions, down out of the West. Archbishop Hoban, Walsh Jesuit, Bishop Fenwick, St. Francis de Sales, St. Charles, Archbishop McNicholas, Carroll, Mount Vernon, and Dublin Scioto.
We see some same characters that we see year in and year out. One out there that seems that I know they've been up and coming, Bishop Fenwick out of the Cincinnati area. They are in the West region. I guess they're really between Cincinnati and Dayton. That's maybe an up-and-coming team. We haven't seen them a lot in the state polls.
About
but
5 years ago, they think it was. They won a state championship when it was up there at they're up at.
Well, there you go.
We were up in Walsh Jesuit. Yeah.
So they're not a new cast of characters. They've
been down and look like they're working their way back. So Lincoln back to serve here. Nice job to deep corner. And another one, Ryan back there with that staying home on the net in the middle and did a great job keep blocking that roll shot over.
You know, we saw DeSales win that first set in a set that went back and forth. That second set, though, Gahanna, Lincoln really controlled things and never let up. And I think now DeSales wanting to try and get back where they were in that first set.
I'll tell you what, one of the other things that's since the end of that first set is the defense on the Lincoln side has been great. They've had a couple of really big swings and, coming at them, and they've just popped them up and played them really cleanly. So, and a lot of the errors are the net errors that are coming out of St. Francis de Sales right now.
So 2-0 lead to start things here.
That one's up in the ceiling. Clark does a nice job of keeping that one in play. And
good hit.
There we go. Michael Brown kind of gets a swing and finally gets something off. Gets the tool off of Ryan Hawkins there. So Clark back to serve.
First serve for Sales in the third set.
We were talking to Mike Sage before the game tonight, and he was telling me about the first 2 matches they played of this year, and he went back and watched the game film and came back. They were playing Northmont and Chaminade, and he said they had 100 errors in that match, in those 2 matches, and there were 150 points scored. So a lot of adjustment he had to make with the kids. And he said, they went back and kind of only looked at what would be the basic errors or the bad errors, and kind of worked with them to cut it down. And I say tonight they've done a really good job on that. Not many errors.
Oh, got a touch on that one.
Wow. Deep swing out of the back row, went long. Line judge called a touch on that. And that one was really high, so I'm not sure if you saw the touch at the end of that, but everybody's going with it, so all good there. So back to serve is Lou Kipler.
He's got a big serve.
Rolls that one in nice. Setting that C ball across. Nice swing. Again, that's Matthew Skurlock. The middles at Lincoln are having a good day here. Both of them, Skurlock and Ryan Hawkins, have been very productive up there. So a lot of times that means your passing is pretty good. That your setter's getting in getting the ball in system and has a nice option to be able to set the middles well. Milan back with that serve, puts it in the net. We started this set off with 3 missed serves, so we hadn't seen that in the first 2 sets. So I don't know if these guys settled down or mentally kind of checked out a little bit and got to re-engage after that second set break. Campbell serves that one high, deep to the corner, covered. Going up the middle, little set to nowhere, but nice and high, so it was covered. And a little missed timing issue. You know, that's something we haven't really seen much of with sophomore setters. You know, first time running through, there haven't been too many misses like that. You know, I think Nickel was maybe expecting a little bit quicker ball, but you know, that happens. I'm surprised it hasn't happened a lot more. Another missed serve. This time by Russell Burke.
So 5-4 lead for Lincoln, but a serve back to DeSales.
Mitchell Liston back to serve for DeSales. This time McDonald picks that one up. Nice set to the back. Another big swing by Skurlock up there. Skurlock goes out, and in comes Ryan Hawkins. That can't be give you any good feeling if you're on the St. Charles bench. Both those guys have been having nice nights.
And Ian Cook, you might see on his right hand, he's got that bandaged up, kind of winced after he dove for that last ball.
He handled that high, hard-driven serve really well. Nice job picking it up. It's going to bounce up there, holds up. Nicely done by Clark, waiting on that.
Oh, great adjustment.
Good swing by Max Freeman. Gets that ball pinned in there between Ryan Hawkins and Shane Salopek up there.
He'll come back and serve. Now, kind of had to hesitate a little bit on that set.
Check it out.
Timed it out right and got a good swing.
Has a roll shot. Nice job picking up there. Another middle. So another kind of miscue there. So one of the things from a coaching standpoint or from just, another guy on the court is you want to tell your libero on those, cover behind your hitters on the set so that, and if that ball comes free or comes, those last 2 middles, he's there to kind of play it over. Another nice swing. Another great dig that time. Wow. Hippler pushes that one down, and Salopek picks it up. Hippler goes cross this time. Again, a little scramble. Nicely controlled ball. That time they get the swing, and off of Nickel's hands. That was kind of bad luck for Nickel. He was way over in the middle when that ball came off, but good swing on the outside by Lincoln to get that ball to ricochet 6 feet out. Looks like we're having a conversation over back row attack here and whether or not the Lincoln player took a swing from in front of the 10-foot line. Didn't, so made sure on the roster. Nice quick serve there. Hippler picks that one up. Coming back, good job feeding Nickel. Nickel gets block cut, does a nice job covering himself. Good swing there. Nice dig by McDonald, but looks like we got somebody number 2 in the net. So switch up.
Brown.
In comes Michael Brown for. I think we maybe didn't do the serve sub right here, so we're going to go back and do the middle server sub dance.
The sub dance, that's what you call it, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing how many times you screw that up. All right, got a new server in there, and I don't have his number, so apologize to the family on that one. Gets the serve and also gets a dig right away. Nice step by Campbell outside, and there we got Hippler back on track. Gets that swing down the line. That's difference there is he went much further to the right side of the court there, and Burke wasn't. Burke was still playing middle back, and then the serve goes long. So going to sub right back out. Got the directions down. Got to make that serve inside of the 10-foot line, and then or sub inside of the 10-foot line, and then you get to run your libero Ian Cook back in. So nicely done second time around, guys. Nice job by Cook picking that up. Good adjustment by Clark. Roll shot deep, picked up by Burke. Nice hard swing down off the line. gets off the touch and right back down into our camera range.
Off our crowd mic as well.
Yeah.
And you're right in the action on that one. Lincoln extends their lead to 10-6.
Lincoln's been on a roll since the beginning of that second set.
Yep. The Sales won that first set.
Ooh, that one got away.
Yep, that one flew along on Derek Sally.
Derek Sally was close to getting a field goal on that thing, bouncing that off the rim. Got 2 subs. Sally's coming out.
I think they're.
I'll tell you what, they're really working. My help over there, Alexis, pretty good at on the scorers table. She was been pretty sharp and helpful with me every time I've gone down and talked to her, and she's been keeping the referees' answers on track too.
I think it was Andy Felt. Yeah, they're going to extend it. They're going to make it 10-8.
There we go. Got 10-8.
Yeah, they missed a couple points for the Sales. So Andy Felt's all over that one because Andy actually keeps his own book too on the bench.
Most teams will do that. They'll have either somebody at the scorer table or at the bench to kind of keep an eye on things for that very reason.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with that was the scoreboard that was wrong. That wasn't Alexis, the official scorer that had that error, by the way.
Fair enough. Alexis has done us right tonight.
Yeah, impressive young lady. She introduced herself to me, put her hand out, and said, "Hi, I'm Alexis. Who are you?" So impressed with that from any high school student that's willing to do that right away.
So 10-9 to score as the Sales has climbed back in and.
Trying to figure out the Lincoln rotation here, make sure we got all the players in the right positions. Looks like everybody's where they should be, and we're ready to go. Clark back to serve. Picked up by McDonald. Back set, nice job. I'll tell you what, for a team that's young, these guys are running some different looks at Lincoln. This time they brought in Ryan Hawkins from the right side, slid him in and put it down. Hawkins back to serve. Campbell does a nice job getting that one up. Good dig. Nice high ball. Good job by Brown reaching over the net. Going back to the right side. Nobody home.
Oh, nice dig.
Great up by Max Freeman. Ooh, really high set, but Michael Brown pulled the net down with that one. I'll tell you what, Lincoln did a nice job setting that right side, but I'll tell you what, he's got to be quick because that's a big guy out there in Sanchez that you got to get hit past. Up shank incoming. Thanks, guys. Ball bounced in, almost got our monitor, and Mitchell Liston jumped up off the bench and saved us. So. Hawkins' serve goes right through Campbell's hands. Nice job getting that ball in play. Matthew Skurlock's feeling it, man. That time he jumped up and took a huge swing and had a double block and just pounded that high hands.
Went off the hands of Keaton Sanchez. We got a timeout as Andy Felton DeSales takes the timeout. Lincoln up 14-9. We'll break on ESP Media.
What do we mean by Cincinnati Smart? It's the power of first-hand experience. It's learning with the best minds and in the best organization. Cincinnati Smart is impressing your professor and your boss in the same week. It's smart on a whole different level. Cincinnati Smart. It's who you become, it's your competitive edge, and you can only get it at the University of Cincinnati.
Jimmy John's, America's #1 sandwich delivery, fast Ed speaking. I'm on my way.
I'm in the backyard here, Ed. Wow, you are fast.
Yes, sir, freaky fast and freaky good, but I gotta say, I've never delivered to a dude in a doghouse.
Well, I'm definitely in the doghouse.
I thought in the doghouse was just an expression, a figure of speech.
Well, the doghouse is a very real place.
How long are you condemned to your canine quarters?
Too soon to tell, but on the bright side.
The doghouse has a bright side?
Yeah, the wife can't throw a lap this far.
I guess she's been working out.
Third set here. We are all tied 1 set apiece as the DeSales Stallions visiting the Lincoln Alliance here in the Columbus area, suburb of Gahanna. Right now, the Lincoln Lions leading here 14-9 in the third set.
Ooh, tough ball there to pick up off that block. during the timeout there. The Lions faithful over there in the stands doing a little dance, jumping around, a little bit of singing and chanting, coming alive on a Friday night.
Tried to get the wave going a little earlier.
Nice high ball, push that back, and again, Hippler with a great swing through the hole in the block, but Lincoln camped out there waiting for it. A little bit early on that set, and just gets that high touch to the run. So there's a good thing, good conversation going on there between Freeman and Clark on that set. They've all of a sudden started to have a little bit of sets too high. You know, there's hitters expecting a lower set, whatever, and having that conversation on what I'm expecting, and let's make the adjustment. So good court management by those hitters working with their sophomore setter.
Another ace there.
Hippler with
Luke
an
Hippler.
ace.
Yeah.
Nice.
He had 24 of them coming in. I think that's at least his third tonight. Maybe fourth.
Oh, there was nice dig by Cowan. Cook staying right where he should be. Another libero. If you can dig it, I can dig it too. And looks like they might have been under the net on the DeSales side. Puts the Lions up 16-11. Nice job keeping the ball alive on both sides there.
A lot of what we saw in the first set.
Yeah.
Took us to a 29-27 score in that first set.
Preston.
In favor of Gahanna, or of DeSales.
Preston Brown just in the game, back to serve. I thought he might have had that corner, but the DeSales guys were all over it. DeSales does a nice job of pulling their back row passers way up front and making teams serve over the top of them. And a lot of teams don't have the ability to do that, so it gives you a pretty good advantage on the passing side.
Yeah, Cook's got that high serve, trying to find the back corner.
Got a little bit of drop on that ball at the end, but just not enough.
So it sailed long and out.
Burke back in as well to serve. Derek Solly back up in the front row. Hippler fights that one off. Nice swing by Freeman, gets off the high hands, and Lincoln a little trouble trying to catch that one. Back in the game is Mitchell Liston to serve. He plays Sanchez's back row. Nice swing deep, well done by Hippler staying deep. They changed that setup and went a lot shorter. Now Max Freeman gave him the thumbs up, push it up a little bit higher kind of deal. So they're working on the adjustment, and also good to see Nickel and Clark having a conversation there on what should happen. Nice serve, good job by Cook handling that one. Go back to Hippler. He swings deep, covered by McDonald. Joust at the net, and that time Zach Clark wins the joust up there.
The setter in there getting the hands up.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Tell you what, when you're running that 5-1 with one setter up there, you got to be able to get up there and block. Sailed that one long. There was Max Freeman. Going back, we got number 14, Shane Salopek, back to serve. He had a pretty good run in set number 2.
Yeah, he did.
Nickel does the roll shot over there. Bringing that ball in, nice set, bringing that ball inside enough, trying to get it in that hole, that space between the block, between the right side and the middle. So Nickel getting a little conversation from the coaches on the bench, maybe telling him how to adjust that block. And that ball sails long. Lions up 20-14, very quietly have kind of pushed this through. So
it's kind of the same pattern that we saw in that second set, although this one, Sales been a little bit closer in the second set or in the third set than they were back in that second set.
Yeah. Our number 8 in there to serve. Put that one in net. Our switch, get our libero back in there, Ian Cook. Back to serve for Lincoln is Derek Sally. Lincoln up 21-15. Sally hammers that float serve down the line, handled by Hippler. He swings high and loop it over that block for the corner. So nice job finding the touch on the line there. Well done. Back in the game comes Sanchez, as well as Michael Osment for Lincoln. Clark back to serve. Oh. I thought Clark kind of threw that toss a little bit too far in front of him and had to kind of fight to keep his feet on the serving side of the line, and it ended up being a really diving serve at Michael Osment.
Mitchell Osment for sure.
That time McDonald steps in, almost an overpass, but nice job keeping that ball in play by Shandol. There's a swing from outside by Hippler. He was way out, sitting up there next to the R2 stand when he made that swing, and nice curve down. So this has got the DeSales guys within 3. Nice floater. Again, McDonald handles that one, coming outside. Nice job trying to swing line on that over that block, but that is a huge block to swing over right there. He tried to curve it into that corner. I think that was Burke with that swing. McDonald's getting a lot of serves, handling them all pretty well. That ball's way over the pin. Clark took that one.
Oh, 6'9" will help you there.
He just stood there and pushed it back over. All right, much better exchange there between. Good swing, coming back and out. Nice job. Clark picked up the first ball over the net earlier in that sequence, and could have been picked up by one of the outsides. So nice job. It looks like these guys got this back 21-20, and Coach Mike Sage is going to take that timeout.
We'll keep it right here as the third set here. So this one could be going down to the wire as well. Don't forget, coming up next weekend, our next match of the week number 5 of the season, will feature a Thursday night, April 27th is when we'll tape the game for you, and we'll have it ready for you the day after that, as we will be in the Dayton area. The Centerville Elks, a little bit of a new look there in Centerville after a lot of years with their former head coach.
Yeah.
OHSBVA Broadcast, that's plural with an S, OHSBVA Broadcast.com. It'll be Northmont visiting Centerville next week, our match of the week. And don't forget, you can go back and watch any of the matches, including this match right now, as well as any of the previous matches this year, in the last few years, OHSBVA Broadcast.com.
Getting here where we kind of had where we were with the first set. Got both teams got it pulled back. Oh, that was, also got a block on that.
Hippler.
Sanchez is so tall, so big. That ball was a foot behind him, and he reached back and pulled it back.
That was
all
like
tied
getting a
up.
rebound. He's a basketball player. I think getting a rebound and tipping it right back up. Oh, big
finally Lincoln gets out of that rotation. They were getting good passes out there. Russell Burke again with that swing. They were getting good passes off the serve receive there, but just were not having much luck converting it. Ryan Hawkins, another nice serve. It's an interesting change up on the slide, but it works. Whoop, no, coming back in. Nice job.
He was scrambling to get that ball off the ceiling, and
interesting move there. Ian Cook put that ball back over his head, brought it to the center so that they could get the swing off of there by Max Freeman. Hippler back to serve, tied at 22.
It's a good rotation for DeSales.
Ball's tight, and that's going to be a back row attack. That's when that back row setter got up had to go up and bring it back. And if you're on the DeSales side, you get up there and touch that ball, that's an automatic point for you. So nice job by the DeSales guys on that.
And 23-22, DeSales has rallied to take the lead here. We'll take a quick break and have the end of set number 3 when we return on ESP Media.
When you start out, you might not know where you're going, or what you're doing, or why you're carrying this red rose with you.
You just keep going. Keep your focus and avoid the distractions.
At times, you may fall flat on your face.
But technically, that's still moving forward.
You gotta pick yourself up, make some moves, and do it all with a smile.
Believe in yourself. You think that any of these folks believed that I'd make it?
Definitely not.
That was a rhetorical question, Daryl. If you want to make an album, make an album.
If you want to make a universe, make a universe.
If you want to play the clarinet, maybe don't dress like this, but play the clarinet.
The point is, all dreams are within reach. All you have to do is keep moving towards them.
All right, sorry about the delay there, but nice stuff block by DeSales on that last swing. So that puts DeSales up 24-22. Nice comeback in this, and Hippler back to serve.
They were down 21-15 and rallied.
Nice. Again, another nice pass off the serve. Cowan picks that one up. That's a swing. Nice job covering on the block coverage. Sanchez hasn't played a lot of volleyball, but was able to get his hands on that ball. Going Hippler coming across. Again, another Michael Brown takes that ball right back over on the overpass, and McDonald picks that one up. Tough swing. Got that ball in the. That swing was really in a great place, forcing forcing Cook to get over there and get his arms on it, and just couldn't get the platform straight. So still set point with DeSales, but the Lions back to serve, and you got Preston Brown back there. Back into Skurlock in the front row. Cook handles that one nicely. Ooh. Wow. Ties it up at 24. Doing a nice job of letting these sophomore setters kind of have some free reign on that. Max Freeman put that ball in the net. Hippler, nice job picking that one up. Going out to Sanchez. He just swings over the top of that block, hangs up on the ceiling. Oh, get there. It was down. It was down. I thought he was there. So that puts the Lions up 25-24, and Andy Feltz is going to take that timeout. So all of a sudden the Lions guys have gotten serious about this. So it's interesting. Both teams here in the late pushed it tight. See how many points we can go on this one. Last one first set we were at 29-27. So these guys are got some more room to go.
Yeah, DeSales was down on this one, 21-15 rallied. They had a couple of set points, and now it's been Lincoln that has rallied back, and now they will be serving for the third set. We're all tied up one set apiece, and
DeSales has kind of got away from a lot of those errors that they were making in the net early, and I think that's kind of slowed up the scoring on the Lincoln side. So nice job kind of tightening up their game. And good job by Lincoln getting this back, making that big run and then getting this back in the game, themselves back in the game. They could have laid down there. Nice serve to the corner. Hippler gets a little tight on that. Freeman curves that one in. High set all the way out, and he hammers that. Nice swing by Burke. Gets big block up there. Swings right through the hole and puts it down, and the Lions come out and win that one 26-24.
They rallied to take the lead after they dropped the first set. They've won the last two, and as Bill said, 26-24 in that third set. We'll take a timeout, and the fourth set when we return on ESP Media.
It has been said through the ages, without sacrifice, there can be no victory. Two species at war. One flesh, one metal. Optimus Prime has left us. 100 billion trillion planets in the cosmos. You want to know, don't you? Why they keep coming here.
I want to stay, and I want to fight them.
And now, two worlds colliding.
The operation is over.
We're not giving up, okay? Only one survives.
Oh my God. Forgive me.
We've had a great set here tonight, a great match here tonight as the DeSales Stallions and the Lincoln Lions here, OHSBVA match of the week on ESP Media. And Bill through with 3 sets. It's a little rallying back and forth in that one, but Lincoln able to persevere, and they win that 3rd set, and up now 2-1.
I'll tell you what, for 2 young teams, they are really doing a good job of learning how to compete and really pushing each other here. There's nobody's kind of, put their head down or, had a mental check out or anything. I mean, I guess you could kind of look at a couple of those errors in the middle of the game, but both of them have tightened it up pretty nicely. So DeSales back with Zach Clark on the serve, coming outside to Milan.
Wow.
Wow.
Mason Milan.
Nice set by Mason Milan. Nice kill by Mason Milan. He bounced that one. That ball was just in it, was just outside the block, and
he's got a quick,
hammered
hard
that thing.
swing.
That was a nice.
He serves that way, too. He's got that big, hard serve.
Ryan Hawkins back with that serve again. Gets that shank out into the stands. Hawkins has been both these middles have been impressive here.
So Lincoln out to a quick 2-0 lead here in this 4th set.
Skurlock and Hawkins. Oh, went long on that one. So Skurlock and Hawkins both have kinesiology tape on their right arms. Now, I don't know if there's, some kind of middle brotherhood going on there or, one wore it and thought the other thought it'd be cool. I'm not sure what's going on there, but they're both wearing it.
I've talked to trainers about this with my hockey background and talking to the trainers. They swear by it. So they really do.
That time set was a little low for Skurlock coming in and pounded that one into the net. Hippler back. We're tied to 2. And McDonald's pushes that one off the side. Nice job pushing that. 6'9" big guy gets the dig on that. Coming outside again. Nice swing through the hole. That time that was Max Freeman.
Lincoln just seemed kind of out of sequence that whole point.
Yeah.
And Mike Sage saying the same thing. He didn't like a call though. Somewhere.
Yeah, he was looking for a lift early in that call, and a couple of his kids were too. So.
Yeah, got him out.
Uh-oh.
That's big.
Sanchez missed that one, but he was way over the net. I thought he was going to pound somebody on that one.
When he learns to time some of that out, he's going to go play college basketball. But if he were to stick with volleyball, and this is his first year playing, but boy, if he learns to time that out, that's going to be a massive hit.
Mason Milan back to serve.
Watch his big serve.
Yeah, he takes a hard swing. That one, well, I'll tell you what, Cook had trouble with that one again, and right in his hands. But he's drilling that thing right at him.
Let's watch it. He'll be out of camera when he first starts to serve. You'll see him come into frame. He's got a big-time serve, though.
And you're right. I mean, that's a really different kind of serve too. Usually, kids are taking a big reach and big swing. He's almost, elbows to wrist kind of deal, like you'd see a middle hitter swing.
And a left-hander on top of that too.
Yeah. Preston Brown back in.
All even at 4 apiece.
Brown rolls that one back to Burke. Cook with a nice job pushing that ball up and set to the middle. Picked up by Derek Sally, and nice touch by Skurlock. Sally did a nice job coming back here playing this deep corner.
And Skurlock pointed to his tape on that one, too.
Oh, yeah, I just saw him do that.
Yeah.
There is something going on there with that then. I'm convinced. Russell Burke back to serve. He serves almost under that basketball hoop.
And it comes back to his right.
I was Sanchez with the big swing on top of those guys. He got Skurlock and Sally up there. Sally's much shorter than Skurlock, but Sanchez pounded that ball down and was able to get it to fall.
That might have been the best hit we've seen him have in this game so far, or in this match.
Burke has trouble with that one. That wasn't Burke. That was Sally with trouble, but Burke put that nice set up there, and he finished. Nice job. Back in the game is Ryan Hawkins.
Not how you start, it's how you finish.
Yeah. McDonald back to serve. He's charging that serve. Hippler picks that one up. Nice set.
Oh, great dig.
Good.
Look at McDonald dug that one out. Nice job.
Got that thing up, and a quick reaction out there by Derek Solly to kind of get that punch deep. I'll tell you, that was a great set over there by Clark. He led Hippler way in on that. Roll shot back. McDonald picks that one up. Got no touch on the net. Ball came back.
So I'll go back to DeSales, and 7-6. Lincoln in the lead here, and set number 4.
Nice defensive play here by Adam Shandel on the bench. Come over and save us again. Wow.
What an effort. Nice.
Derek Solly falling out of bounds, completely loses his balance, and Coach Mike Sage goes out onto the court and gives the safe call.
Great effort.
Nice job getting that ball in. Salopek with that serve. Berg, nice job with the hands. First dump we've seen out of one of these setters. Nice job. Off the net. Good swing by Freeman just off the net, and Salopek just couldn't get there. Out comes Salopek, and goes Shandul as well as Mason Milan. Back to serve is Eric Nickel. Lions up 8-7. Nickel blow. Burke, nice job handling that one. Goes funky back set, nicely handled. A little mistiming there on that. Nice back one they were trying to run there. Set was a little bit high. Michael Brown was in there a little early, but tried to control it deep.
2-point lead now at 9-7 for Lincoln.
Derek Solly with that serve. Hippler, nice swing, hard cross, but McDonald is just waiting there on it. Nice swing by Hawkins. Good adjustment by swing by Freeman. I don't know how Milan got that over the net.
Yeah. Wow.
And there comes Hippler with the swing. Gets that block didn't close quite enough off of Ryan Hawkman's arms and down. Back in the game comes Sanchez.
This hasn't really got more than a 2-point lead for Lincoln.
Zach Clark back to serve. We got Burke and Osment and McDonald back to pass. McDonald, little short, nice deep hand set. Good play off the ceiling. Good roll to the corner. Nobody home.
Hippler puts it down again.
Good job.
Yep, he read the floor on that one. After a nice save by Ian Cook, he dove and popped it back up. And this game this match all tied at 9. Yeah, off the ceiling too.
Yeah, Mike Osment got caught towards the middle of the court there on that last play. So we got Max Freeman back over talking to the R1 there. Still looking at Burke, McDonald, and Osman back for this pass. Lincoln's done a nice job handling the serve tonight. Tries to go deep over McDonald's head, doesn't get the float. Back in comes Skurlock and back to serve is Ryan Hawkins.
You might have seen that in our view there. Mike Sage, he's a pretty tall guy, and coming off was the libero there for Lincoln, Logan McDonald. Sage made him jump up to do the high five. It was pretty entertaining.
All right, after missed serve side out, we got Hippler back to serve. Osmond pops that one up, keeps it out of the light. And nice off-speed shot by Milan, rolling it in there.
Found the opening and threaded that needle. 11-10.
Adam Schendel doing a nice job on the back set. He's dropping pretty low to make it, but he's getting the ball right where it needs to be. Preston Brown with that serve. Got a touch on the net. Kent Osmond up. Nice job by McDonald coming over and getting that ball.
Oh, nice block.
Freeman gets a swing off the block, picks him off on the way out. So Preston Brown back for his second serve. Lions up 12-10. Goes for a deep corner. Hippler's so tall, he goes up and gets it. Plinks around on the ceiling. Nice job by DeSales staying calm and getting it. That set was way outside, but nice job out there, getting out there too. It was Salopek, but the DeSales guys at the net are all over that one.
Not a lot of angle to.
Yeah, you don't have much. You pretty much know where that's going on the opposite side. And nice job by DeSales to be there. Nice short flat serve. Osmond picks that one up pretty nicely. Good defense cross court by Freeman. Sanchez just kind of throws that one down in front. Skurlock's going to have a tough time. As big as he is, he's going to have a tough time reaching over and getting his arms on that side of the net so it doesn't roll down him. Tied up at 12, Ian Cook back to serve. Cook goes deep. McDonald's picks that one up. Burke cuts that one back, but Clark's there. Two good plays.
Oh.
Nice roll shots. Skurlock picks that one up. Going to push that one deep. Hippler pulls it up. Coming back outside. And Freeman with another kill.
Freeman's had a very good night here.
Yeah.
He kind of quietly goes about the business.
He comes in with 63 kills tonight.
We can
and
see
a solid all-around player, so he's doing a nice job.
It's not that quiet then, is it?
Yeah. Cook with a nice short serve. Overpass, he has to come up and pick up the dink, and there we go. Nichols gets that ball. That's the kind of swing he needs. I don't think that's the swing he wanted from the look at him. I think he was looking to be able to hit that ball harder, but that ball's the one he really needs to make, and that's going to score. So nicely spotted.
Biggest lead here for DeSales in his fourth set.
Nice job by Burke. Picks that ball up off the serve receive, calls for it back, comes down and swings line. So well done. Well done by Russell Burke. And he's going to go back and serve. Down by one. Mitchell Osmond getting some coaching on where to pick up that defense.
Oh, he got it.
Wow, Burke drops that right in the deep corner there, right at the line, Judge. Great job. And there was the ace cheer from the Lincoln guys. Everybody stood up and pounded the seat. I'm still amazed at how close he is to this backboard when he throws that ball up.
He really is right next
Went
to
for
him.
the second swing and just went same spot, just went a little long. Freeman back there going, see, Coach, I knew he was long. It's okay. He's only going to get one of those.
Yeah.
Mitchell Liston back in to serve, up 15-14 for the Stallions. He's going to float that ball back in there. Burke reaches over and grabs that one. Set into a little bit the middle. Skurlock comes and gets it. There's Freeman again. He's kind of found his mojo in the last couple of points, drilling the ball. He's actually taken that swing pretty far across court and getting Skurlock's right hand, and then he's getting that block out of bounds.
He's got a lot of momentum on that shot coming off the arm, too.
Really short serve, got the overpass. Nickel almost ran into that, kind of transitioning back. Liston had trouble on that short serve. So we are back at 16-15. We got first toweling we need on the court. So we've had a lot of bodies on the court a couple of times. First time these guys needed to rest. It's also the fourth period, fourth set, so
guys have been sweating
get
a little bit.
tired. Nice time to take a little break. All right, back and ready to go. McDonald back to serve. Got Hippler, Freeman, and Cook back. Cook, nice job over his head, let it fly. Freeman back to serve in this rotation. We got McDonald, Burke, and Sally back to pass. Burke takes that one, nice pass. Tried a quicker set that time on that one, and Ryan Hawkins was not quite on that, not quite there. Nice swing though.
3-point lead.
18-15 puts another good pass. Coming outside that time, bounces that one through the block. And Freeman comes up, kind of had to move Cook out of the way a little bit, so we're at 18-15, and back to serve is Shane Salopek. Off the net, Cook does a nice job handling that one. Hippler drives it, and there's Burke falling out. Nice, great dig. Got a touch with Nickel off the net. Tries to roll that short.
Nice.
And it falls. It is amazing to me how high guys can tip balls and they still score. I mean, they're just, that well placed. Guys are back on, defensively, you're back on your heels a little bit because you've had a couple of rips at you. So 19-16, Nickel back to serve. Float serve, that one gets up into the ceiling, but by Sally. Nice roll shot. Nice roll shot there by Ryan Hawkins. Got out of system, put the ball into the net on the DeSales side, couldn't dig it out. So cut it to 2.
Sales needs this one to force the fifth and deciding set.
Sally back to serve. He drives that one. Freeman with the overpass on that ball. It's going to go back out to Burke. Burke comes in, roll shots it over. Good pickup. Michael Brown tried to push that ball over and just a little short. So we are at 19-18, the Lions. Lions have showed some pretty good resilience here in these tight games, tight sets late. Nice topspin shot. Hippler way up on that. Good pickup by Sally. Roll shot deep. Backswing. Freeman gets a swing on that, and that time Sally could just get his left hand out. He was kind of moving from left to right there and had to reach back to get it. We got Sanchez back in for DeSales, up 20-18. Back to serve is Clark. To Burke. Burke picks that one up. Coming back with McMillan. And that's nice swing on the outside by Hippler and goes just wide.
Sales within 4 points of extending this one out.
With the 3-point lead, Sage is going to call timeout for Lincoln. Going to have a little conversation with him.
We'll keep it right here with a 21-18 lead, and DeSales wanting to extend this one out to a fifth and deciding set. And kind of looking over these two teams, Coach, before we got here last night and today, and this almost kind of had 5-setter written on it coming in.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, for as young as these guys are on the Lincoln side, it's impressive how they're going. And then, with 3 really sophomore setters in this thing, but they're all doing a really good job with this. Been impressed with Lincoln's passing. They're off the serve. They're doing a great job on that. And then getting a lot of balls up off of some big swings from the DeSales guys. On the DeSales side, they just keep kind of plugging away, and they've gotten away early on. They were kind of their own worst enemy there. A lot of folks in the net, and kind of a lot of missed serves and stuff. But tighten that up, and when they clean that up, they're a whole different team out here.
They are. Sure.
There we go. We got both cheering sections going. Donald handles that one pretty nicely. Wow. I'll tell you what, that was a big 6'9" block up there, and then a couple of Milan did a nice job getting his hands up there and got a deflection out. Clark back to serve again. He's going for the deep corner. That time, that one's picked up by Sally. Hippler reached way over and popped that one down. We went to Sanchez. McDonald read that one nicely. Wow, what a great athletic set. And nice job on the net by Ryan Hawkins. Got both hands up there. You had two guys blocking him, pushed that one down. Sanchez kind of ended up with that with a surprise in his on his chest, trying to get that ball out with his arms. Tough ball to get when you're pinned to the net. So Skurlock back to serve. Oh, and buries that in the net. Shake that one off. McDonald back in for the pass, so we got McDonald, Osment, and Burke back here. All three of them really been having a good day passing. You got Hippler back on the serve, so strong server coming at him. Pretty much the mix you'd want. That one's off the ceiling by Osment. Shendul wearing out to try and get one arm on that thing. That's one of those things as a sophomore, you want to kind of calm him down a little bit.
Yep.
He can get two arms on it, just don't react to those big bounces off the ceiling.
Got it.
That was an ace.
We're going 5.
Right over that McDonald. So we're going to have a coin toss here and see who's going to come out first.
A 5-set match coming your way. We'll wait here and see the coin toss, and then we will take a timeout. So 29-27 DeSales wins the first, and then 25-15 and 26-24 Lincoln wins the second and third set, and then DeSales here in the fourth set wins it by a 25-19 margin, and we will see the coin toss coming up, and
looks like we're going to switch sides.
So we will take a timeout. The fifth and deciding set to 15 when we return. DeSales here at Lincoln on ESP Media.
Get down, turn around, show me what you got. You a pow pow juggernaut. Take it up a notch. Oh my God, wow, take 'em out. Let me take a shot. I'ma sit down, get a drink, let you work it out. Step back. Heist music.
It's some kind of monster.
Wait, that's not a monster. That's a man wearing shoulder pads. There's only one supervillain whose fashion sense is quite that dated. Balthazar Brat. I want every agent on the scene immediately.
Agents Brucey are closing fast.
Yes. Wait, what did you call us?
Brucey, you know, Gru and Lucy mushed together. Brucey.
Oh, I like it, but not a lot. I don't like it.
He's getting in the way.
That's what he thinks. Get ready.
Get ready for
Hello, Gru.
Oh, what about that? What? Oh, girls. Dance fight.
This is not over.
All righty, fifth and deciding set here from Gahanna Lincoln High School.
Clark drives that ball back in there, nicely picked up by Sally. Clark goes and picks that up. Freeman has to take that swing from deep, and nice job on the kill there.
They like that middle hit from the back.
Yeah, they're they've been working the back row swing a lot. I guess it gives them a couple of different options there. Clark goes back to the corner. Sally pops that one up. Nice job by Millen pushing that to a corner, covered. A lot of, well, oh, and he was wide. I was going to say, I'm watching those guys jump at that ball and it joust on the net. Nobody's going to out-jump Sanchez there, and he just was wide with the touch there.
Andy Phelps thought maybe.
I think Andy's trying to count.
Yeah.
Got a nice smile there. Hopefully you saw that one on the side of the monitor there. Otherwise, rewind and pick it up. Hippler pounds it. Skurlock was late getting over there with the block and just timed it really nicely. Got the block in, turned it in. So 2-1 Lions. Yeah. Skurlock back to serve. The nice thing about set number 5 is it's only 15 points, unless these guys keep battling.
Skurlock again.
Yeah. Skurlock got a block on the left side and the right side, picking up both those big hitters out there. Sanchez kind of rolls the ball across. Again, he had to reach way back to get that one. Lions up 3-1. Skurlock buried that one. I was going to say that one's going to fall in. There was no gas there.
Well, Freeman could have gotten back anyway.
Yeah.
So 4-1 lead now for Lincoln here in the 5th and deciding set, playing to 15. 4-2.
Skurlock takes that one short. Nice swing to the corner. Good job.
Oh, Milan.
Milan with a huge swing down there. Freeman went diving out there to get one arm out on it. They're going to take a timeout quickly, down 5-1.
We'll keep it right here as Andy Phelps wanting to get his troops back. They won the first point, but it's been 5 points in a row for Lincoln as they're trying to win this 5th and final set to win the match. Again, Lincoln comes in with a record of 6-7. They won their last match against Upper Arlington, but before that fell to Hilliard Davidson. Hilliard Davidson, number 4 in the region right now, and among the kind of others receiving votes category in the top 10 of the state poll. And then DeSales, they won their first 2 matches this year, but since then they have lost 3 straight as Andy Phelps trying to learn with his young guys out here.
I'll tell you, if from what Mike Sage was telling us about early in the season, a team that went out in their first 2 matches made 100 errors. Yeah, they have done a really good job of cleaning that up. Kudos to the coaching staff and the guys for listening and making that stuff happen.
And I would imagine Andy Phelps he's had the same thing to deal with as well.
Nice job picking that ball up out of the net. Get that block up. Good call by Cowan to Cook calling him off. Nice push to the corner. Hippler has to step in. Cook takes that ball in short. They're going to go back to Skurlock. Oh, nice switch up. And I was sure he was going to go to Skurlock on that one, so nice job switching that up to go to Milan, but just a little bit wide, got that into the antenna. So nice job coming out of that timeout. Hippler back to serve. He rolls that one in. Burke reaches over to get that one rather nicely. And that's going to be Freeman in the net. Oh, no, they got Milan in the net first. I had a better view of Freeman there. So
yeah,
nice
I was with you on that one. Yep.
Might be because we're sitting right back here.
Yeah, down in the corner.
Oh, nice serve. I thought that ball got way ahead of him.
Out.
Good. They got it. They got a touch.
Oh,
there was a touch up there on that block there.
And they back judge on the Gahanna side. I want to call the touch on that one.
Should be 6-3 right now.
Yep.
There we go. Preston Brown back in to serve. Cook handled that one nicely. Tried to go back to Hippler. I heard Hippler call right here for that ball, and that set really needs to be around the 10-foot line there, so he's coming forward and making the swing.
Yeah, he had to take a step back when he hit it. Blew it long.
7-3, Preston Brown back to serve. Hippler takes that one. Freeman rolls that one to the donut hole. Preston does a nice job covering that. Burke pounds that thing high off the ceiling. Oh. Boy, I'll tell you what. McDonald, I couldn't see where he was, but he had his feet right on that line.
Yep.
He was watching, because that was a brave thing to let fall there. You're up 8-3, so not that big a deal, I guess, but tough one. Preston Brown came hustled into that serve a little bit early. He usually takes a little bit more time with that, but brings us to 8-4. Back for Ian Cook, back to serve. Got McDonald, Sally, and nice job getting that set out to Burke, but that time Nickel and Freeman were all over on that on the block. Nicely done. That gets them back within 3. Cook's back to serve. DeSales needs to keep that block coming. Ooh. Well, Sally tried to take that one from his chest with his hands there and flip that up, and he just didn't have enough arm on it. That might have been a better ball to take with the platform. Going short to him. There he takes it with his platform. Nicely done. Going out to Burke. Double block up, and he swings wide. Oh, they're calling. Yeah, he's calling it out.
Yeah, it was wide. It was
I think they were talking about a
touch,
a net touch, but I think R1 waved that one off. So all settled on that. Everybody trying to figure out what's going on. There's back at 8-6.
Yeah, they moved it back.
8-7 now. We got the score. Okay, got the score at 8-7. All good there. And Mike Sage is still kind of questioning whether that ball was in the net or that ball was out. I mean, or the guy was in the net or out. Typically, that ball has to hit the floor for the point to be over. So if you're in the net before the ball hits the floor, the net violation counts.
Right.
So Mike Chandler's trying to walk him back. Nice conversation going on over there with Russell Burke. He's got a smile on his face. Kind of going, no. He went back for one more time and said, oh, okay, I'm going to go back and play. Oh, wait a minute. One more time. I think Burke's trying to say that the ball went. Mike Sage is sending him back over, having the conversation, getting the explanation. So,
trying to listen to what Burke is saying to Coach Mike Sage.
He's trying to get a replay. Nice try on that, trying to get a replay on it. That's a call. Let's see how they handle this.
Mike Sage did get a replay on a point back in the
he's going to stick with it.
Set. So 8-7 will stay the score.
Mike Chandler's going to have to. All right, now we're ready to go. Let's see what Cook does after that timeout. Nice high lob. Good job by Sally going out to Burke. He cuts it across this time. That one Clark picks up. I didn't think he was going to get that roll shot over. Nice job.
Oh, there's the big guy.
Ball's still up.
Oh, low.
Oh, he did call that ball down. Nice job playing it out.
So it was down before.
Yeah, it was down before that. I thought it was down, but nice job by the Lincoln guys playing that out and forcing the call, kind of deal. Refs had that all the way. Now Lincoln's going to call a timeout. So
yeah, they're a little rattled.
Good timeout. Calm his kids down.
Yeah, we'll keep it right here with DeSales climbing back in. Is what should be 8-8.
I think that point should be 8-8.
Yeah,
there.
we should be tied up 8-8. We're waiting to.
I think they're still waiting to see if they get that. They got that called.
Well, Lincoln was wanting the pancake to get the ball back over, but the return was long anyway. So
yeah.
And
there we go.
The point up on the scoreboard here in the gym. So
nice to have a little
score.
Yeah, nice to have a little excitement here in set 5.
It's been a good match all the way around. These will be a couple of teams I would imagine that'll have a good chance to play a few matches once we get to Capitol in early June.
It's good to, nice. I'll tell you what, for the couple of crazy things that just happened here, coaches, players, referees, all handling it really well.
Yep.
You know,
They can get very emotional, especially when you're in the 5th set.
Yeah, I give them a lot of credit because that was not a. You know, you can, as a coach, you can easily kind of get your kids out of whack by, kind of talking too much or
we're going to see
getting confused.
We're going to see R2 go over to talk to the R1 now. Are they trying to get the point plate over again? Is that maybe again what Lincoln's trying to get?
Could be. I can't imagine they're going to let this happen. I mean, it's, you've had a timeout and everything else going on there. Now he's going to call Freeman over and talk to him and tell him what's going on. Did he? Now they're going to get a replay. Well, I'm wrong on that one. I don't know how they got a replay after a timeout on that, but now I was going to say Coach Andy Feltz cannot let this stand. Oh no, he's going to just go play. He's just going to say, good call on his standpoint. Get his kids back playing.
All right, so 8-7 to score.
So Burke shanks that one off. Brown chases that one down. Ian Cook goes back and gets that. Freeman swings deep. McDonald pulls that one out. Burke takes that swing and just gets the block out of bounds off of Sanchez's hands.
So that perseveres for Lincoln. They end up getting the point, and it's a 2-point swing.
9-7.
Instead of being 9-8, it's now 9-7.
Burke back to serve. They got their guy they want back there to serve as well. All right, got the switch coming in here. In comes Mitchell Liston. Liston tries to serve that one short. Nice job picking that long set off. Hippler swings, and they got a touch. And they got a touch.
So we're all even at 9-9.
Yeah.
So both the line judges called that one.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if he went in as well or just a touch. So nice job. Nice job with the line judges seeing that touch. Backs McDonald up. Got to come outside. Derek Solly tried to swing line and pounded that one into the line. So that puts DeSales up 10-9. Lots of excitement in this game.
Yeah, they led 1-0, and then Lincoln had a run, and Sales had to climb back into this. Their first lead since leading 1-0 in the 5th. And then so much for that.
Tied up at 10, as it should be. Got McDonald back to serve. Got Hippler, Freeman, and Cook back on the serve receive side. Cook handles that one pretty nicely. Fairly low set. Nice dig. Great swing by Nickel. Wow, first double we called. It was definitely a double.
Yep.
And he was running in. He didn't have much to do, so good call.
How about the dig from Logan McDonald there for the Tigers?
And tried to serve fast in there while they had some confusion and went long with it. Not a bad idea. So we got Freeman back to serve, tied at 11. A couple of nice digs and then great pass by Burke. And that one was long. That one, Skurlock, nice high set. Skurlock wasn't able to drive that one down. Looking for that back line. Puts DeSales up 12-11. Burke handles that one nicely off the tape. He's going to take the swing, going for the deep corner. Freeman picks that one up. Set back to Freeman. He reaches to the corner. Burke picks that one up. Preston Brown had to kind of pick that one up really quickly coming off that dig and just could get one hand on it and pushed it into the antenna. 13-11. We're going to call another timeout by Mike Sage.
We'll keep it right here as well with DeSales 2 points away from coming from behind in this 5th and final set. They were actually down 2-1. Had to win the 4th set 25-19 to force this 5th and decider. And
Lions are doing a nice job on that first contact, getting that ball up in the air, especially on the serve receive. Just got to get a swing down at this point, kind of. They were doing a good job earlier in that set, hitting those high hands, hitting those blocks pretty hard, and getting the ball out of bounds. So coming out of this timeout, I'd look for them to get that ball. Let's see what they got up front. They got Salopek and which I can't see which middle's in there at this point. If it's, I don't think it's Skurlock. Yeah, it is Skurlock. So I'd look for them to come off of Skurlock pretty hard as well. Or if they get that ball outside, I think, you know, Sally's got to hit that outside hand pretty hard.
Freeman serving.
Burke, a nice ball, gonna catch. Good swing off, got the block. Nice cover by McDonald. McDonald's doing a great job out there. Roll shot, good job picking that ball up. Cook's gonna take that over. Quick set across, swing wide. Nice swing by Skurlock, getting that ball. He's coming down that left side of the court and then cut that ball back. Got the DeSales side a little bit over committed. Got it back to within one. Back to serve is Salopek. Cook gets that one stuck in his hands. Nice job by Clark to get that ball in there. Got a net violation there. I think we had a little bit frustration there. Took a big swing, and I think he got a yellow card there for an overreaction.
So match point coming up here now for DeSales. Yeah, Preston Brown will come over to the bench. He'll check out, and DeSales trying to close this one out.
Tanner Baldwin back in to serve. Served that. Burke's taking that ball. Nice job by Salopek. And Michael Brown on the block got in the net there. Oh, man.
Not done yet.
14-13. We got Sally back to serve. In passing, we got Hippler, Freeman, and Cook. All good hands back there. Going, get them to run into each other, but nice job picking that up. Freeman's going to swing, gets a touch off the high block. And out of bounds. This one goes in 5. 15-13, set 5 goes to the DeSales guys. Great match all the way through, and nice job pushing each other.
Absolutely. Very evenly matched teams here in this middle part of the season. And DeSales won the first set. Lincoln won the next 2, and DeSales has to rally for the final 2. They won at 25-19 in the fourth, and 15-13 there in that 5th and deciding set. And DeSales evens their record now at 3-3, and it's gonna be a tough loss for the Lincoln Lions to stomach tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, very impressed though with the composure that these guys handled it. The way they handled this game and took care of things. And I think there's a conversation going on at the net, just kind of checking things out. And both coaches, both teams, referees all handled some zaniness very calmly and ran it through. So well done by all the staffs here. And I'll tell you what, it was well worth the trip here on Friday night to get up here and watch this game. Very much enjoyed it. So. Both best of luck for both these teams going forward.
And imagine again, as we talked about, we'll see them at Capitol at the state tournament before it's all said and done with. Big thanks to both the head coaches, Andy Feltz with DeSales and Mike Sage and his folks here at Gahanna Lincoln for hosting us here tonight. In the end, though, the DeSales Stallions on the road win here by a final 3-2 in a 5-set thriller when it's all said and done with. An outstanding match all the way around. For our executive producer, Rob Ebel, and my sidekick, Bill Eckhoff, Greg Waddell saying so long. Thanks again. Our next broadcast, by the way, Clayton Northmont at Centerville coming up on Thursday, April 27th. Appreciate you watching us here, and thanks for everything for watching on ESP Media. Good night, everybody.